this is Dr. Liz with the Hypnotize Me podcast, a podcast all about healing, transformation, and hypnosis. Today, prepare to laugh. I am interviewing Mary Lou DiNicolas, who is a massage therapist and is just hilarious. She's also a doula, which is a labor support person. So she entertains us with stories about how she sees hypnosis being helpful during birth and particularly postpartum, like what to do postpartum to support yourself. Hypnosis is just a tiny piece of that. Mainly she talks about all the different things that you can do to support yourself as a postpartum mama. There is quite a bit of cursing in this episode, so if you have littles in the car or you're opposed to that yourself, I suggest a different episode. All right, here we go.
Hi, I'm Mary Lou, and I'm so happy to be here with Dr. Liz.
That's perfect. Mary Lou is one of the funniest people I know. As I said in a previous episode, I somehow find the funniest massage therapist.
Are you talking about me in another podcast?
I do, yeah. I don't know how I find them. Most people picture massage therapists as calm and, it's just a completely calming experience, right? And half of my massages are like that, and the other half are in hysterical laughter. So
I think laughter is good. It's good for the soul. It's good for the muscles. It's releasing a lot of tension with all that laughing.
Yes, so she's here today to talk about massage and how people go into trance and massage. It really is a form of trance is how I see it, a form of hypnosis per se, like a self-hypnosis type of thing that our body does, and also some of her own experience with hypnosis. So where would you like to start? Do you want to talk about your own experience or
my own birth experience?
No, not
yeah, we don't have time for that.
No, what was your first experience with hypnosis?
Well, like I had said to you earlier, I basically spent the whole summer going over everybody's philosophy on birthing. I knew about hypnobirthing. I've been a doula. I feel that I have put women in that trance, in labor, even not knowing that that's what I was doing at the time.
Yes. How long have you been a doula?
About 16, 17 years now.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's
been a while. And I have, like I said, I have seen the actual birthing experience from hypnobirthing where these women are calm, confident, that's the word, and just going with what's happening. In all my exploring over the summer and everybody's book that I read and everybody's philosophy, hypnobirthing comes out on top.
Interesting.
Whether it's the Mongan method, there's a few different methods out there, but
so not necessarily the hypnobirthing, Hypnobirthing International trademark, but hypnobirthing in general.
Hypnobirthing in general, in and of itself. It made perfect sense to me, and I've actually witnessed the outcome of these women in that experience of being in, I don't want to say, it is like trance-like.
It is.
They are in trance.
Yeah, they are.
And I see that even with the massage, just like you said, I get them to the point where they're so relaxed, and then I bring it to their attention. How are you feeling right now? Are you relaxed? Are you one with the table? Do you feel like that rag doll that we talked about? That's where you want to be in labor.
Yes.
That's where that's what the hypnobirthing helps you. It's not about a pain-free birth. I think that's possible. That's one hell of a trance that you're in, but I think it's possible.
Right.
But it's about going in with the confidence and putting the fear behind you. Because with less fear, you have less pain.
Yes, that's a pretty direct relationship.
Yeah,
less fear equals less pain.
You have less pain. So the hypnobirthing prepares you. If you're doing the work, that's another thing. They're coming in, I did the hypnobirthing, it was wonderful. Or are you listening to your audios? Oh, well, no, not so much. Well,
why not?
Well,
right.
You did the work. Don't think you're going to show up and you're just going to wing. We did the classes, so I know. No, you know nothing. Okay, you know nothing. It's holding the visuals, listening to the audios, being on top of it. It's like a job. It's like another job preparing for that calm, peaceful birth that everybody wants.
Yeah.
We all want that calm, peaceful birth, whether it's with or without an epidural. We all visualize that. In my opinion, that's the best way to get there, is through some type of hypnobirthing course. And down here in South Florida, we have the best. We have the best of the best. Vivian Keeler at Amazing Births and Beyond.
Yes. So clarify for me, you're a hypnobirthing instructor.
Well, no, I couldn't call myself a hypnobirthing instructor, but I have done enough crash courses on hypnobirthing with clients that have walked in my door. First time I see them, they're like 35, 36 weeks pregnant. What are you doing for labor and delivery? Have you done any birth classes? No. Have you done hypnobirthing? No. Girl, what? So you're going to show up and wing it? No.
Yeah.
This is the biggest thing you're ever going to do. Birth.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is it. How are you not prepared for this?
Mm-hmm.
So then I feel it's my duty to, all right, here's some audios for you to listen to. All right, here's Tracy. So before they leave, I want to make sure they have something to walk in with. And at least, even with the hypnobirthing, my biggest tool as a doula, which really doesn't get enough credit, I think, is the enema.
Oh.
Now, let me tell you something. All right, that enema,
right.
okay, when I delivered 32 years ago, it was forced on me. To this day, I still have no memory. It's like, how the hell did I even have that? Did I give it to myself? What happened there? But 2 hours after I had that enema, I had the baby with no epidural, and it was like, damn. I think the enema had something to do with that. As a doula, it's something I recommend. And everything that I listened to and read over the summer, nobody had anything good to say about the enema. They put it like, and the forced enema. Yeah, I'm glad that was forced on me. I was just on the phone with somebody.
It's probably very different if it's elective. If it's an elective enema, where the mom's like, okay, I want my enema now. Like, I'm done because I don't want to be fearful that I'm going to like poop on the table or something. Like, I want to release that. It's really release is what you're talking about.
Totally release. And it feels good. I have no memory of having the enema, but I still remember to this day, walking out of the bathroom and looking at Norman and saying, oh my God, that felt really good. I think we're going to start doing enemas, which of course we never did. But it was like a release.
Yeah.
I felt lighter. So, and it's funny because I always tell them, oh, you're going to love the enema. And they come walking out of the bathroom and their cheeks are full of color. I've never had a client come back to me and say, that was not a good idea. You're full of shit with that enema. I never had that. I was just talking to Evelyn on the phone before, and this girl did wind up with a C-section. It was an induction. She did no birthing classes and blah, blah, blah. But she said to me, but I had that enema. She said, that was the best part of the labor. She said, it was the only time I felt good in labor was right after that enema. I'm like, well, at least you had that. At least you had that.
Yeah, totally.
So I just wanted to make that point. I don't ever hear anything good about it, but I think it's a wonderful
Mary
tool.
Lou recommends it.
It's highly on my recommended list. All right, so back to hypnobirthing.
And you recommend prenatal massage too.
Oh, of course.
So she's been doing prenatal massage much longer than you've been a doula even.
No, not much longer. I think I started doing the massage. Well, actually, the massage started in 2000. So I'm doing that for 17 years. And then it was about a year and a half after that I even found out what a doula was.
Okay. So about the same time.
A little about the same time.
Right.
A little less than a year. But I think that the prenatal massage is, and I've given you prenatal massages 11 years ago. It helps you, it helps you for a lot of reasons. It balances out the hormones, and if that's all it did, that would be enough. I'm working with sciatica, carpal tunnel. I do a very different type of prenatal massage than you find in the spas. I do Chinese cupping.
I think also massage at any time feels so good.
This is
so good. And if it doesn't feel good, then you need to talk about that with your massage practitioner, right? Like,
I have to tell you.
Because some people do want to do like deeper tissue work and that type of thing. Yeah. But in general, you feel pretty good afterwards. But I think during pregnancy, it's like all those hormones are going on. And I seriously believe it feels like more amazing than any other time in your life.
I think it does. It feels amazing. But it's even more than just like feeling amazing. A lot of what I'm doing is talking them out of their fears.
Yes.
A lot of first timers want to talk about, my experience as a doula, what can they expect, blah, blah, blah. I do a lot of what I call talking them off the OB wall. They'll call me like, oh my God, they're talking induction. It's like, all right, take a breath here. And all right, that is not necessarily a bad thing, depending on what's happening with you. Yeah, there's no downside. There's no downside. It prepares you for a lot of things in life, not just the pregnancy.
Yeah.
I have sometimes their partner will call me or make the appointment. Like, oh my God, she always feels better after seeing you. I love that. And I always tell them, you got a good guy. This is he's calling me to get you a massage. He's a keeper.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna keep him. But getting back to the hypnobirthing, I think what I really love most about the hypnobirthing, and I think that this is the point that gets missed a lot, is it's wonderful and you're doing all the work and you're having that experience that you visualized, and that's wonderful. And then you come home with your baby, which, you walk into your house with a new baby, and even your house looks different. It's like everything has changed.
Yes.
That's where you need the hypnobirthing techniques.
Oh, yeah.
To bring you out of that overwhelming
Yes.
of, holy Christ, that is my baby, that came out of me. Oh my God, baby. So the whole first year, you're like, oh my God.
And the baby's real.
And the baby's real. And you're like, oh my God, I don't even know what I'm doing.
I have a real baby here. I have to keep the baby alive.
Oh, and that's it, like checking every 20 minutes. Is that baby breathing? That's when what you've learned in the hypnobirthing classes really pays off. That's when they leave the hypnobirthing and then they come over to your website and listen to a hypnosis on how to stay calm, how to stay centered.
Emotional stability.
You need more emotional
that
stability.
one gets downloaded a lot.
I can
really, like I can see how many times generally something's being downloaded. I don't go look at it that often, but I do keep an eye on it.
Oh no, absolutely.
And the emotional stability one is, people like that one. Yeah. That one's free, by the way. You can join the newsletter and get it free.
Yeah, and that's when you really need the hypnosis, when you like enter into that parenthood scenario, especially for first-time moms. It's overwhelming. It is overwhelming. So to have those techniques. But here's the thing. They're all good during their pregnancy. They do their classes. They're visualizing. They're doing their yoga. They're coming to see me for prenatal massage. They have their babies, and then boom, everything stops. Nothing. Yeah. So I'll text them, or they'll call me. Are you using your bed buddy? Oh, I forgot about that. Well, you loved that when you were pregnant. The bed buddy on your shoulders.
Yes, I love that thing.
How do you not? You completely forget about yourself. So I think as
that was actually a big part of Yogafairy. It still is, even with the new owner, is keeping and building that community part. So that when you go home, women really miss that community that they got in the prenatal yoga classes, but they still often have it after the birth because they're making friends.
Yes,
they made friends in their prenatal yoga,
they really
and they're all staying in
bonding.
touch, and then they all get together and have like mom play groups, and the babies aren't playing, the babies are all nursing, and it's the moms that are getting together and being like, oh my God,
talking about how overwhelmed they are.
What about this and what about that, and that support. But often many moms like don't have that. They just go home from the hospital and it's like, now what? That's why I try to stay on top of them without being like, too pushy, because I do have that nature. I could be pushy. They text me the picture of the baby. Oh, we have delivery, blah, blah, blah. Wonderful. Don't forget your bed buddy. Oh, yeah. And then I'll check in. How are you doing? Are you using your bed buddy? Is a bed buddy on your website?
Yeah.
It is. Okay.
And the only place I can find that bed buddy outside of Amazon is Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yeah.
So, thank God I get like 8,000 20% off coupons, so I can just hand it right out to the client. That's right. Here's your coupon. Go right to the Bed Bath & Beyond. Here's your goddamn bed buddy. I've actually called that company because I think that they should put my face on the bed buddy. Because I think I sell more bed buddies than anybody in the country. Yeah. Everyone buys one.
They're fantastic.
Everybody buys one. It's the best $9 that you'll ever spend. And I always say get one for your partner. But that's also another tool. Sitting there with your bed buddy, listening to your hypnosis audios, getting yourself into that feeling of like relaxed fabulosity.
Yes.
Forgetting about everything that's going on in your life, in your world right now, and just focusing on your breathing and focusing on how you're relaxed and how that feels to you. And then that's what you take with you into labor and delivery. That takes work. You're not just going to show up and be confident and calm because you did 5 classes. Not happening.
Yeah, you have to practice.
You have to do the work.
Right. Yeah.
And then hopefully you're in a community that will support you in doing the work even after you have the baby.
Yes.
Because that's when you really need it.
Yes.
And that's when you really need massage. You think you need the massage during the pregnancy, and you absolutely do for a lot of reasons. But after that kid gets here, that's when I pull out like the heavy-duty cups. I don't even do the silicones. That's when you really need
your neck and shoulders,
everything.
Arms. I mean, whether you're like breastfeeding or bottle feeding, either one, it's like you're just carrying that baby around forever.
It's a goddamn nightmare. It's a nightmare. They come in after like a month or two, right? And they're all medially rotated. And it's like, girl, you got circles under your eyes. You're a hot mess. What's happening?
Yeah.
I can't find time to do it. What do you mean? You're home all day with a baby? There's got to be a minute here, a minute there to do something good.
Yeah.
I give them the eye patch to leave with, just to...
Yeah.
It's
right. But you get knots, like you're all in knots. Your shoulders.
Well, and not only that, but you're in this medial rotation. You still have that.
Tell people what that is.
All right. So medial rotation is when you're kind of slumped over, where like if you're sitting at the desk, but when you're holding a baby,
the same
when
thing.
you're holding a baby, you're really medial. and you're looking down at the baby and you're feeding the baby or you're breastfeeding the baby and you're doing all these things. And then you're usually so exhausted that you forget to come out of it.
Yes.
So now you're walking around in this state, which compromises your diaphragm. So that means that you're not breathing deep enough. And there goes, a lot of your energy right there. But you have that relaxin that goes through the body still 3-4 months after the pregnancy. So this is your opportunity to straighten yourself out.
Oh, yeah.
To stretch. When they leave me, they have a whole series of stretches.
I remember that.
All right.
You sent me off with a whole series of stretches. And
I show them the doorway stretch. It's like, don't forget that doorway stretch.
What is it, the ball?
Oh, my God. I'm big on the ball.
Yeah. The exercise ball, which you can use for birth too. Some people call it a birth ball.
The birth ball.
But the exercise ball you can use postpartum.
Oh my God, that's like your best friend. I have the exercise video on the website. I have the comfort measure on the website.
And that's all. I'm going to put her website on the show notes too. But it's Massage Mom. It's like the cutest website name.
MassageMom.com. Don't forget about Mommy. Everybody forgets about Mommy.
They do. Yeah. Well, that's the other thing that happens is everyone starts to focus on the baby.
It's
right.
Yeah.
And that's a natural state of events
totally
too.
Natural,
we all want to keep the baby alive and continue the human species, right?
Up till about 6 years, and you're like, here, take this kid. I can't.
Exactly. you take them for the most of the day.
I used to send mine to Jersey for the summer. It was like wonderful. Like, oh my God, this is fabulous. I love you, Mom.
Right. But the mom gets neglected.
The mom neglects herself, and then
she neglects herself too.
She neglects herself, and then she doesn't want. No, I don't need any help. No, you do, girl. You need a lot of help.
Yeah.
And so that's another thing that I prepare them for is like, don't feel like when people are coming into town because you just had this baby that now you have to entertain them.
Oh,
they're coming here to help you.
Totally.
So let them help you while you're sitting on the couch listening to one of Dr. Liz's self-hypnosis audios, getting a grip on yourself and then moving on with your day.
Yes. I had a mom that came to town and wanted me to make her a sandwich right after I had a baby.
I've heard that. I've heard that. As a matter of fact, not that long ago, she said to me, my mother-in-law wanted me to make her an egg salad sandwich.
Yeah. And I'm
like, well, at lease was the egg salad made? Like, did you have to make the egg salad to it?
Yeah. And that's a whole nother issue, that I work with. I often work with adult children who had narcissistic parents. Basically, she was narcissistic. But it's a whole nother thing. I remember looking at her and being like, Mom, make your own sandwich and make me one too. Yeah, I'm dying here. I'm dying.
It's unbelievable. Yeah. It's unbelievable.
So, but that often happens with women. They feel like they have to entertain instead of really being taken care of when the people come.
It's so hard for women, I think. I don't know why it's hard for us to allow other people to take care of us. I think it's because we're raised to take care of everybody. That's why you get married, you marry a man, you have a baby, they come back and they say to me, I don't think he likes the baby. He's really stupid. He doesn't. It's like, no, he's not stupid. You were probably playing with dolls from the time you were 2.
Yeah.
You've been somebody's mother since you're 2. Then, not so much.
Yeah.
Which is why I recommend, if you have a boy, buy him a baby doll, especially if you're pregnant the second time around.
Totally.
Let him have a baby, because at some point he's going to be somebody's father.
Yes.
And then his wife won't have to come back to the massage therapist and say, he's like
What's going on here?
Yeah, it's like an alien. He treats the baby like an alien. So there's a lot of factors go into it.
Yeah.
And you set yourself up for disaster if you think you're going to be able to do everything, because at some point you're going to run out of energy. Unless you're doing yoga weekly, a monthly massage, monthly acupuncture, maybe a chiropractic adjustment here and there to keep everything. So if you're doing all of that, then you can do everything for everybody.
Yeah, in between
working full-time, nursing, cleaning. It's ridiculous.
Right. So pick one. That's what I tell people. Pick one. Go do a regular yoga class and then throw in a massage here and there. Or if you cannot live without the massage, make sure you're on the books.
Oh, sure.
Make sure you're on the books once a month, at least.
Once a month.
And then if you have that regular, you're going to make it there.
Oh my God.
Versus I need to call. Mary Lou just
I know this is true.
Admonish me, because it's like, I keep saying I need
to
call.
When was the last time your ass was on my table? It was a long time. I don't think it was 11 years ago, but it was a while ago. But I stay on top of them. Like, just take good care of yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you go down, the whole ship goes down.
It does.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? So just take good care of yourself.
And some of that, not some of it, a lot of it will help prevent postpartum depression too.
Oh my God, yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Here in Florida, I have a lot of clients that their families are not here. They're here for jobs. And usually sometimes the only community they have is that yoga class.
Yeah.
And so that's really good. And I always worry about those girls. I always try to keep in touch and text them after they have the baby to make sure that, are you doing okay? If you need anything. Yeah, it's all about the mommy.
Right.
It's all about the mommy. Take care of yourself. You look at some of the practices of other countries, like India, for example. They'll pull somebody from India and bring their ass right here to Florida to take care of you after you have your baby.
That's true.
For like 13 weeks, I think it goes on.
Yes. But in general, our women here in the U.S. are not taken care of like they should be.
They're not taken care of the way they should be, and then they're not taking care of themselves.
Yes, right.
And I think that I have my little around the house workout for postpartum. That I'll go to your damn house and show you how to do it.
Yes.
Because, this is what they'll come in and I can't get to the gym. I can't, the baby weight. I'm like, I don't want to hear that with the baby weight. Don't even go there.
Yeah.
Because that will take time. And if you're doing good things for yourself, the time will go even faster.
Yes.
So I have a really cool little around the house workout. Everything that you need. You don't even have to leave the house. You don't have to get out of your pajamas. You don't have to shower. Nothing. You're using your chair, your counter, your bowl, resistant bands. Get yourself a pair of 8-pound hand weights, and you're good to go.
Yeah. And it makes you feel good. Like anytime you're exercising that.
It makes you feel good because you can actually
stimulate some hormones.
And you can feel the blood flow.
Yes.
In your tired ass body of just having a baby.
Yes. And just leaning over all the time.
Constantly. Constantly. That's my whole thing is, I want you to have an amazing birth experience. I'm hoping that you look into, and explore the hypnobirthing. In my opinion, it's the only way to go.
Hypnobirthing classes, hypnosis, like whatever you can manage in your community, wherever you are, is going to be to your benefit.
Even aside from hypnobirthing, there's a lot of other birthing class options.
There's birthing from within.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's all these different birthing classes that are open. But it's all about what we've both been doing for all these years.
Right.
Empowering these women. Giving them the tools to help themselves and feel good about their mothering, and because it's not easy.
It's not. It's not. Easy. The more support you have, the better.
The more support you have, the better. So here's my recommendation.
And sometimes that comes from family, and sometimes that's professionals.
And sometimes it's professionals. Sometimes hopefully families. But I was always lucky. My mom was always there to help me. And I always had good friends that I never had to worry about my kid. And that's big. As a single mom, that was really big. And the people that you trust in your circle is so big. So your goal it's about taking care of yourself, nurturing that relationship, showing your children what a good relationship is supposed to look like. All right, if that's at all possible. Having your monthly massage, doing your yoga, doing some acupuncture, having some adjustments, doing all these good things for yourself, raising these children, get them the hell out of your house, and get on with your life. And looking good, and feeling fabulous.
Yes.
Really, I hate that my daughter's in New York, that we're so far, and I love my mothering experience. There was no problem cutting the ties. Oh, hell no. You want to leave? I'll pay your first month's rent. I love that empty nest. Then it's not empty. I got 3 cats and a chihuahua. It's, and that's what I want for all my girls that come in to see me, all my pride girls. Enjoy this mothering experience. It goes fast.
It does.
Right? And do good things for yourself.
Yes, do good things for yourself along the way. So we'll end there. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh my God, I'm so happy. We need to do this outside of a podcast.
I know.
With some coffee talk and some Kahlua in the coffee and right? Totally. It's wonderful seeing you. I just love your energy.
I told you were going to laugh and laugh at this one. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I really loved hearing the takeaways that you need to practice and prepare for a birth, right? Just taking the classes isn't going to do it. You need to listen to your audio files at home, or just going in for hypnosis, once isn't going to do it. Listen to your file at home. That's what it's for. That's why you get to download it. And that's why you get an MP3 to take home, right? I also loved hearing what to do postpartum, how to best support yourself as a mom, and how partners can help support the mamas too, and how important that is really. If you're local to Broward County in South Florida and you want a massage by Mary Lou, or you want her to be your doula, then you can always contact her at her website, massageamom.com, and that is in the show notes. Or if you want to come in to my office and do a hypnosis for childbirth, then I'm totally open to that as well. I love supporting moms during pregnancy for birth, as well as postpartum. I also have a download for a cesarean if you're having a planned cesarean, which sometimes happens for mamas. You can see that on my website under downloads. It's a hypnosis for a better cesarean so that there's less fear going into the cesarean. You heal faster. There's less complications. Like, it has all of that in it. It's actually really wonderful. So go check that out if you're interested in that as well. Or if you know someone who's having a cesarean and is terrified. Like, yeah, go look at it. Help them feel better. Okay, people, that's it for this week. Peace. If you like this episode, do me a favor and rate, review, and subscribe on whatever player you like. Or even better, tell a friend so that more and more people learn about hypnosis and how it can be helpful for them. If you want to know more about me, head over to drlizhypnosis.com. That's DRLAZ hypnosis.com. You can see the downloads and see if there's one that's helpful for your life. Or you could also join the newsletter and get a couple of free files, as well as lots of good content. I've written a newsletter for well over 10 years. Go ahead and subscribe and join the rest of the world. All right, people, have a wonderful week.